closed. So we just kind of was like, and I was like, oh, and she's like,
I took a
oh,
video of
so-
the outside and I put it on Facebook and everybody was like, where's that place at? So you might be getting some traffic through here.
Okay, sounds good.
This time I only brought one kid with me, so.
Right, all right. Well, welcome to the Garden of Eden. This is Samuel Perry Dinsmore, and he was the creator of the Garden of Eden and the cabin home that we're in right now. He is considered to be a grassroots artist. Grassroots art is an art form where the artist has had no formal training. It's very similar to folk art. It is the same as outsider or detour art. Lucas is the grassroots art capital of Kansas. There's a lot of artwork here. And the Garden of Eden is one of the top 3 grassroots art sites in the United States. So it does bring a lot of people to town. But it all started with him. He was born in Coolville, Ohio in 1843. He served in the Civil War for 3 years. He was a nurse on the side of the North. When the war was over, he moved to Illinois, where he was a farmer and a school teacher for a while. That's where he met Frances, his first wife. She was a widow when they married, and they were married on horseback. He just liked to do things a little bit different. Now, they had 4 sons and 1 daughter, and in 1888 they moved the family here to Lucas. The Homesteading Act is what brought them to Kansas, and they had a farm out east of town. 1905, he started building this place at the age of 62. Took him about 25 years total to complete the house and sculptures and everything else outside.
So he did it all.
He had help with the limestone. The house is made of limestone. He did have help quarrying the limestone.
Yeah. You're gonna need it.
Now, he built this to be a tourist attraction, and he gave tours while they lived here in the home. A unique feature on the inside of the house is that he made every window and every door a different size. He did that on purpose. That was one of the draws that actually got people to come inside and pay for a tour.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was the first house in town to have electricity and running water with an indoor bathroom. So this was a mansion in its day. People would come from all over to see this place. The woodwork is all original. He used redwood, oak, and pine. And he didn't like to waste anything, so he used every scrap that he had. In fact, he made these 2 game tables completely from scraps of wood. He also made this desk. On the back side of it is a secret compartment where he would store his money because he didn't trust the banks. And then downstairs there is a wardrobe that he made. Most everything else in here has been donated to us over the years. Now, Frances, his first wife, passed away in 1917. Dinsmore had already built a mausoleum outside where he had planned to have both of them entombed when they died. Well, when Frances died, the city council told him no. She has to be buried in the cemetery like everyone else. So, a couple of days after she was buried, he and some friends went out to the cemetery and dug her up.
Oh, wow.
Brought her back, put her in the mausoleum anyway, and covered her coffin with cement so no one could move her again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was kind of honored. He didn't like to be told what to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, this is his second wife, Emily Brozek. They were married in 1924. She had immigrated to America from Czechoslovakia with her family when she was 3, and she had been his housekeeper here for a couple years, and they decided to get married. When they got married, he was 81, she was 20, and they had 2 kids together.
Oh, my
A girl and a
goodness.
boy. Now, years ago, those 2 kids were in the Guinness Book of World Records as being the last children born to a Civil War veteran.
Oh, wow.
And his youngest son, John, served in the military as well. He was in the Air Force for 31 years. He was a bomber pilot. He served in Korea and Vietnam. This is the only case in history where the father served in the Civil War and the son in the Vietnam War, 100 years apart.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. Now, Emily, the young wife, was my great aunt.
Oh,
On my mom's side, she was my grandpa's sister. And I did get to meet her a couple times. It was a long time ago. but I'm
Nice.
so
That's
glad
cool.
I did.
yeah.
Now, they were married for 8 years, and he passed away in 1932. He was 89. He is out in the mausoleum. He got his way.
Yeah.
But Mr. Dinsmore was pretty far in debt when he died. He had borrowed money to build this place and didn't have it paid back. And he refused to pay his taxes. Imagine that. So those kept building up. Well, you think about the time period when he died, the 1930s.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
He
Yeah.
lost everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She did remarry and moved to Excelsior Springs, Missouri. Her second husband was my dad's cousin, so I am related on both sides. But she and her second husband, they went on, they had a really good life. He was the mayor of Excelsior Springs for many years. They had 3 kids together. She died in 1995. She was 91.
Really?
And she is buried in Missouri.
Oh.
But this property changed hands several times. It was sold for the back taxes, and the guy that bought it paid little of nothing for it, and he didn't even know what he was going to do with this place. So it sat empty for a while. It was almost torn down a couple times. Then he ended up renting the house out as apartments for about 20 years, just to try to make some money off of it, I guess. In 1968, a couple here in town bought it and turned it back into a tourist attraction. 1977, it was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. 1988, a group called the Kansas Grassroots Art Association bought it to preserve the artwork. 2011, the Kohler Foundation bought this. Kohler is out of Wisconsin. They are the #1 restoration and preservation people in the country.
Wow.
They do a few projects each year. It just happened to work out for us in 2011.
That's cool.
They brought their people in, completely restored it inside and out. It was a huge project. It took them almost a year, and then they gave this property to a nonprofit group called Friends of S.P. Dinsmore's Garden of Eden.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
pretty amazing
Oh,
gift. We are
yes.
so indebted to those people.
Oh.
And we're also very grateful to you guys for coming. Our tours, our admissions, our donations.
Yeah.
That's what keeps us open.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's awesome. It's just even looking at it on the internet, I was just
I know,
like,
it's pretty
wow,
fascinating.
it's just like, yes. And sadly, it took me a few years, but
Yeah.
we're here now.
That's right.
It's crazy how you live somewhere for years and you don't know places exist like this, you know?
Now, we do have a short video in this room if you'd like to come in and have a seat.
Okay.
I can play that.
Okay.
We might have some other people join us. I see another copy of that.
Oh, look at those pictures up there. Cool.
Ooh, that's beautiful. The whole wood there. Beautiful. I was looking at the one that you were standing in front of. I was just like,
Right?
wow.
Okay, so the video's not too long, just about 8.5 minutes, but it has really good information in it. It talks about the Garden of Eden itself, and also about some of the other highlights in this area. It is in 3 parts. When the first part gets done, there's kind of a pause. A lot of people think it's over, so they get up to leave. But it will keep going for 8.5 minutes. And when it gets done, you'll be able to look through the house. Wait. Oh, push forward. Okay.
Sweeping around Wilson Lake and over the geological formations of the Saline River Valley, the Post-Rock Scenic Byway offers a picturesque pathway through postcard-perfect scenery. Miles of stone fence posts, for which this route was named, stand as a tribute to the ingenuity of the early settlers. Begin your 18-mile tour in Wilson, the Czech capital of Kansas. You'll notice the distinctive limestone architecture of the restored Victorian-style Midland Hotel. It continues to serve as a restful stopover for travelers, with 28 guest rooms, all decorated in mission style. Continuing the beauty of Wilson Lake unfolds. Located in the heart of the Smoky Hills, Wilson State Park is considered by many to be the most beautiful in the state. The Switchgrass Mountain Bike Trail, nicknamed the Roller Coaster for its 12 miles of pathway that hugs steep